Are you feeling absolutely exhausted from trying to navigate and dodge emotional triggers? This video is for you. Today we are dissecting just how to build your own response ability, meaning the ability to respond correctly without being all like that guy outside of the car lot waving and flailing his arms in emotional turmoil. You're gonna have control over you. Hey, what's up, my free and powerful friend? I'm Magnify Maggie. I'm the creator of the Magnify Method. Check out all of the description info, all the links below, because I'm giving you so much information and education on mindset topics, fitness, nutrition, and it all is just a summation of what is involved in the mentorship programs or the Magnify course and community, or even just those free resources. So lots of things to take me up on. Look below and check it out. Don't forget to subscribe either. I want to paint a picture here for you. And that picture is the difference between reacting and responding. And we're gonna take it back a little bit. We're gonna go inside into our intellectual faculties. One that I've discussed before is our ability to reason with ourselves. We as humans have this intellectual ability to take a step back from circumstances, emotionally detach, and survey how we could respond in order to get the outcome we desire. Now, a lot of times you may be programmed to let what your coworker said to you spin you up in absolute chaos. You might have this programmed reaction to be angry every time your partner is short with you. But when you build the ability to respond effectively, AKA responsibility, then you're actually taking your power back into your own hands, and you'll realize with practice that you are able to actually get everything you desire out of even unfair circumstances. I help clients understand that when they react, they're giving that power away. And even in the moment of being triggered, of somebody upsetting you, or feeling like you are just out of control, you can actually survey and take a moment to audit, what do I actually want to happen here? A lot of us are so in the habit of trying to think of what's right or what's wrong. And I encourage you to instead think, what type of outcome do I want? And how can I embody an attitude that will recruit that? Instead of just spiraling downwards in anger, shame, guilt, remorse, resentment, all of those negative ends of the emotional spectrum, they won't serve you. So keep in mind that you can take that step back and reason with yourself and say, do I want to cry? No. Do I want to yell? No. How could I actually look at this person with some compassion and not let them ruin my day? So I love the play on words of responsibility. Again, we as humans have the ability to formulate that response. Now, responsibility does not mean that you are in trouble. It does not mean that you need to be ashamed of anything. It quite literally means that you're taking your hands and you're putting them on the steering wheel and directing your life in the direction that you desire. So remember to be empowered by your ability to respond, and remember to practice it in every moment. When something triggers you, really take a second to step back and say, is this really what's going on? Is this person maybe just having a bad day? Is this situation that's upsetting me really about me? Or is it just maybe some suppressed emotions that are coming up in this scenario? How we choose to exercise responsibility is at the core of all healing. And if you're still having a lot of emotional triggers, make sure you check out the Coping Mechanisms for Mental Health video. Listen to this. Sadhguru, author, wrote, "If terrible things have happened to you, you should have grown wiser. If the worst possible events have befallen you, you should be the wisest of the lot. But instead of going wise, most people become wounded." In a state of conscious response, it is possible to use any life situation, however ugly, as an opportunity for growth. But if you habitually think, I am the way I am because of someone else, you're using life situations merely as an opportunity for self-destruction and stagnation. The most horrific things in life can be a source of nourishment if you accept, I am responsible for the way I am now. It is possible to transform your greatest adversity into a stepping stone for personal growth. If you take 100% responsibility for the way you are now, a brighter tomorrow is possible. But if you take no responsibility for your present, if you blame your parents, your friend, your husband, your girlfriend, your colleagues for the way you are, you have forsaken your future even before it comes. I love how Satguru points out that it's not about your history that dictates your future. You absolutely have the power to overcome any adversity and use it as fuel to grow versus as fire to destruct. So putting it into context, I want you to think about a situation. Maybe you're doing a favor for a friend or your partner and you're taking them to the convenience store. You get into the parking lot, you park right up front for them to be able to run in really quickly. And in your mind, you estimate maybe 2 minutes that they're gonna be inside of the store. And instead, you're waiting there for 3 minutes, and now 4 minutes, and now it's been almost 10 minutes. And oh my goodness, they must be really having it out for you. They must really want to piss you off. And you're feeling as if they are forgetting every nice thing you're doing for them. And you're fuming. Every second that goes by that they are not coming out of the door is 1 extra ounce of disrespect that you are perceiving. But what if we could shift that perception and we could reason with ourselves a little bit through a mental audit? What if they're actually in there picking out your favorite snacks because you did this favor for them? They want to reciprocate. What if they're inside and they actually ran into a very good family friend or a loved one? Maybe they went inside and they're not feeling too good and they're in the bathroom. You don't know. You have no idea. So don't jump to conclusions. All you have to do is simply step back and say, what are some things that could be going on that I'm not considering? So here is a list of questions to kind of run yourself through and get more and more practice with reasoning yourself out of your triggering emotions. So number 1, is this trigger really happening right now? Or is it just that I'm projecting it onto this current situation? Question number 2, what are some possible considerations for the other party? If you're feeling triggered by somebody in your office or say that loved one that's in the convenience store, what else could be going on? Because when you deeply dive into that question, a lot of times you figure out it has nothing to do with you. Probably the most important question to ask yourself that will help you practice this more and more is, what is the outcome that I want? And how could I recruit that outcome through my own positive attitude? Attitude really is a mind-body thing. So it comes down to what you're thinking, how you're feeling, and then how you're behaving outwards. So if you want a positive outcome, you've got to kill them with kindness and shift gears to ensure that will happen. And then we're really digging deep on this last question. That is, when did this feeling become familiar to me? Again, a lot of our emotional triggers and our automatic reactions are from things that happen in childhood or early adulthood. So when you can sit back and say, wow, I am feeling like this person rejected me or has abandoned me, where did this feeling first become familiar? You might be able to pinpoint the exact moment that you first experienced it and you were unable to talk about it, therefore suppressing it and causing it to be an emotional trigger for the rest of your life. When you become aware of these emotional triggers that stem from childhood experiences that have nothing to do with today, here, and now, you become powerful over them and you become powerful over you. You truly take responsibility into your own hands. So this little mindset topic really is just scratching the surface of what Magnify teaches in the one-on-one mentorship programs, the course and community, and even those free resources that I mentioned that you can download below. So make sure that you check those out. Comment your favorite takeaway from today. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe because we release videos every Sunday and every Thursday to keep you energized and motivated to think different in order to drink different, or never again.